First, the news headlines. 3 trucks loaded with relief items for flood-affected people of Assam leave state. It's a friend's responsibility to help another friend in need, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Bakery closed down for using forged license, selling expired products. And Congress Bloc Committee staged protests against Agnipath scheme. Agnipath's most dangerous anti-youth scheme, asserts Vice President of MPCC. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MAMI TV English News Update. This is ROMEE NINGOMBAM. Now the news in details. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren today flagged off 3 trucks loaded with relief items for the flood-affected people of Assam, along with a team of 40 personnel of State Disaster Response Force (SDRF). It is the responsibility of a friend to help another friend in need, the Chief Minister said. The team left for Assam from the western gate of Kangla around 11 a.m. today. Speaking on the occasion, N. Biren said many people in Assam are starving and rendered homeless due to the flood. The Manipur government extended the relief items with a pure intention to help the people affected by the flood. It is the duty of a responsible human being to help another in trouble. He extended best wishes to the SDRF team and drivers and handymen taking part in the humanitarian mission. Volunteers of Meitei Lipul and CM Martial Arts Group will go to the Hojai and Silchar, which is mainly resided by Manipuris, where the team will distribute water and ration, Chief Minister Biren said.
As a neighbor, as a friend, India citizen, and high river, Moinayam Satina Wava, Matams, they could new Ramagi. The Kitan was Mating Pamangambra Hypotheti of Pitawani. Seeing the 135 quintals, the 102 bags, salt 120, the muscle oil 120 boxes. The mostly on the Nakandole Piri, Inausing, Murpsing, and directly disaster management give time to be the Sanakanda, the Lakimpuda. The government to government direct contact or Matunda, the Lakimpuda report or Kanda. They the maintain farm over the money, and I indirectly should be good to be now sing. And the Gary Polo should be good to the driver sing. Gary give me some Punama best wishes, misery. It is a human service. You really want Matanda, Matin Pangban, Sepoy, Morobama Singba, Matoni.
Responding to media queries about the opposition by Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System (JCI-LPS) on making 1961 as the cutoff base year for Inner Line Permit System by the State Cabinet, Biren said the decision was taken after much deliberation. The government always considers different communities of the state while taking any decision for the welfare of the state. The Chief Minister expressed hope that JCI-LPS will accept the government's decision.
Manipur City community mayam ne community mayam laiba sigi left right mang maning lo ne giang nga to batai aduna amane da haira phang sat pa yaroi aduna moisu yar kani Manipur gi laiba complex da jaise LP soidana koi gi government lo report si yar kani na khan.
The relief items for the flood affected include 135 quintal of rice, 102 bags of pulses, 120 boxes of salt packets, and 120 boxes of cooking oil. A team of Food Safety Administration Imphal West seized bakery products of Flour Bakery located at Singzamay Chingamatak, opened with forged license number against the Food Safety Regulation 2011. Addressing media persons at a press meet in this regard at Directorate of Health Services Office at Lamphel today, Designated Officer of Food Safety Administration Imphal West District, Tekcham Brozendor said, acting on a tip-off about the sale of bakery products at the market using forced license and labels against food safety regulation, the team of Food Safety Administration Imphal West conducted a drive. During the drive, the team found evidence of selling expired products using forged license while inspecting the manufacturing unit of flour bakery at Singjamaichingamathak. The registration number of the bakery was given in February 2021. However, it was found that the license number was put on the labels in place of the registration number. Besides, the products were found to be produced by opening two manufacturing units, namely Rose Flour and NBS Rosendroset. Moreover, the manufacturing unit was found in an awful condition and the products were found to be produced in a very unhygienic manner. As per the Food Safety Regulation 2011, the nutritional value of the ingredients must be mentioned on the labels. However, it was not clearly mentioned on the labels of flour bakery. While the packaging and labeling of the products were done against the regulation, he said, Rosendro appealed to the people to check brand names while buying bakery products and check if the nutritional values of the ingredients are mentioned on the labels. The Food Safety Administration will start conducting regular drives at manufacturing units of bakeries in every district, Tekcham Rosendro said.
Manipur Ladiba, bakery product season Ariba, Ichinina Kudumanga, bakery product Lady Mamanga, Lagaduriba bakery products here. Nutritional information have a say, Yaubra have a say, Chumna check to be. Then Azu Makalki nutritional information Nikina Yorum Draba, packaging and the labeling just Chumna Torum Draba, Magi packaging Karada Kadore, Chasing Chinjaka Tain and Manum Hapton Mamus Yaurieba. Asuma Sinse, Masi Ainia Dieba. Maramatuna. Manipur gi miyamna any kind of bakery product label matamda yana bada koina khangbi gadaba se brand name kari kowi magi license natraga registration number se chumna tharibra thadabra then ingredient chumna ibra idabra ingredient sing adugi matungina nutritional facts natragana nutritional information se masi phajana ningtina packaging and labeling the ibra natraga idabra se masi yama section yang biu.
Vice President of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee Hareswar Goswami has asserted that Agnipat is the most dangerous anti-youth scheme launched in India after the country attained independence. He was speaking at the protest demonstration staged against Agnipat scheme organized by Yaskul Block Congress Committee at Wangkai today. Speaking further, Hareswar Goswami said today's protest demonstration was organized by every Congress block under City District Committee under the direction of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee. He contended that the scheme, which does not provide rank, promotion or pension benefits to Agniveers, is the most unfortunate scheme for the youths. The scheme is not only anti-youth but is against the interest of the nation, which will demoralize the people, he said. Hareswar further maintained that the scheme will ruin the future of the youths. It is said that the Agniveers will be allowed to serve the country of a period of 4 years and only 25% of the armed forces will be absorbed while the remaining 75% will be disengaged after formal hand gesture, he mocked. The MPCC Vice President also claimed that their son that these youths post-disengagement would get employment elsewhere under other schemes is devoid of any truth and is a false promise to the people. A big question arises as to what kind of tool the BJP and RSS are plotting to use the youths as, he said.
Masri the rank play roy, Atokasini Kari, Maki, future later scheme money, future later schemes, future get a Mokai, never not any, the future of the scheme money. Only Yadaning day, must object away, must have Kudakta, do Kadavani Masi scheme, must say, in the interest of the people of India, in the interest of the Narol singing, youth singing interest, must say Kudakta. Repeal the whatever Masi schemes, Kapsakadavani, Habachini, Quentin.
Kukching Block Congress Committee and Wabagai Block Congress Committee also jointly organized protest demonstrations against Agnipat at different places today. Taking part in a protest at Wabagai, MLA of Wabagai constituency, Fazur Rahim said, Agnipat is a scheme introduced to suppress the youths. According to the scheme, only 25% of the recruits will be engaged permanently, while after the 4 years of training, the employment of remaining 75% youths will be uncertain, he said. Stating that the center has neglected the youths of the state, he said the regular UPSC and MPSC exams have stopped. MLA Fazur lambasted the government for not filling in the vacant posts at different state departments and sought people's support in saving the youths.
Tungda hul leban haro sigi punci se kari wega da monoi koi tamdar gamte maram bi chahi mari thabak si khala baba bhag tering tha taru piraba adi matangda chahi mari thabak to holam laga amak lawthoga hariba mi singi thambani haiba mong sida masi lawthokra matungda angang singi punci se koi hawlak lebu ju singi punci se kari wega da ge haiba si koi tamdar gamte aduna hariba jariba makai koi na athuba matamda hariba Agnipat scheme base sarkar na ngasi lawri bu phire base hadupio hai bo pham to ngasi wai Congress committee gi leri bai koi gi parja purna magna madugi apin tawjari
Agnipat scheme Agnipat scheme BJP government no Modi no.
Taking part in a protest at Kakching against Agnipat, Secretary of MPCC KSH Kennedy said the scheme was introduced by the government to destroy the lives of youth and is a secret agenda to recruit RSS workers. Stating that the BJP government introduced bills in an impulse, Kennedy said the government had to repeal the farm law following outrage from farmers across India.
BJP government na tuli ba aduma Agnipat scheme aidna naharo singwe ni am sokpa tungda sahi mari khak kogi army da kai yauraga matung gi punchiduna menman ta daba adugi mayok da ngasi da koi Agnipat scheme gi against Agnipat scheme of the BJP government sida koi ebak shin batungna koi protest to sharo ko ni sisu koi block congress committee kasing na sinjara ga kasing assembly constituency gi koi apam sisu protest to ni.
The 24th Foundation Day of Manipur Human Rights Commission (MHRC) was celebrated at the Conference Hall of Manipur State Legal Services Authority today. Acting chairperson of MHRC, MAMI, has stated that no one else will give one's right, but it should be demanded and enjoyed by oneself. Top officials of legal services, representatives of civil societies working in the field of human rights, and leaders of civil society organizations attended the program. Speaking further, Khadem Mani said, Human Rights Commission is the court of the poor. They can file their complaints on violation of their rights at the commission. No one else will give one's right, but it should be demanded and enjoyed by oneself, and in order to demand the rights, one needs to knock on the door of the law, he said. The Manipur Human Rights Commission was established on this day in 1998 under the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. The MHRC is the only statutory watchdog to promote and protect human rights in the interest of the people. Appealing to the people to raise complaints at the Commission when their rights are violated, he said, it is high time the reluctancy to demand one's right was discarded.
Akang ba minaso kang da ba minaso sorok ta law ba di dum nungai ba asuka wakat ta na su mama tole ai dal madugi dan di pi gidar se kana kana ma khala di dum issue sagat pagi oina taw ko su yawi khali gi wani ko loina mak nati ma ko wakal la di karino ma sarkar de gi akhum ma phang da ba ya ro ba wakat pa si khala son ba lam moina tawi adui da mukta aina nungai ta ba su lei ko gi right pangna ko na da right chi Marina in the peer web. And the Chaklami and I'm Chakchaningi Habida, I Chakchage, I don't know the Sri Lamba. As a moment of Dergate, I Chakchapa Pangware. At the Shumtuin, Shumderaga, Men Chaklambra, Mangasak Piga and the Hydro Web. And right chair, meaning Pigadam that I know with the Bunny, I enjoy the Wadavani, I exercise the Wadavani, I entitled to Wadavana. I Hiram Kuti Mutale, but on the Setbang Kuti Mutale, but musing na, my right from Janaba, Mana Togadabani, Mana Ingadabani, Mana Takadabani, Mana Logadabani through court of law or through commission or through law. I see Pai Erga, aduda right phangna ba khona gadabne.
A hand grenade exploded at the residence of Pangaijam Gojain, aged 57, son of late P. Brojain, at Khabam Maning Laikai under Hangang police station last night around 10 p.m. According to media report, the explosion damaged some parts of the house. However, no casualties were reported. No one has claimed responsibility for the explosion yet, reports added. District Police Bisnupur organized the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking Day yesterday at Bisnupur District Police Headquarters. Superintendent of Bisnupur Police and Herojit, Additional SP Operations ROMEE, Additional SP Law and Order Satyam Takhelambam, and Vice President of Anul and Bimola attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, SP Herojit said drug abuse and drug smuggling have become a trend. The current issue of the state is drug trafficking. The main reason for this is being neighbor with Myanmar.
Trafficking huge amount involved over trafficking. Sida drug trafficking, arms trafficking, human trafficking trafficking owns Petrivida Tinganaba Adamu Makalgi trafficking, Pashat involved over Masada Karbar, Chopper, Hadaba, Madam Wedina, Tingasu, Wagada problem Weba. Sigma trafficking Sida Apugi, Stats they are Hotengana. Effect of drug trafficking.
As part of the program, commendation citation was presented to 14 commandos working against drug. Manipur's Mayraba Luwang Maisnam won a bronze medal at NON's International Challenge 2022, which is a badminton tournament held in France on June 23 to 26. The tournament was organized by French Badminton Federation under Badminton World Federation Europe Badminton at Rezé, France. Mayraba defeated Tobias Quenji of Switzerland by 21-13, 21-19 points in the first round. In pre-quarter, he defeated China's Hao Li by 21-16, 21-14 points. In quarterfinal, he defeated Olympian Misa Gilberman of Israel by 21-17, 21-12 points. However, Mayraba was defeated by Christo Popov of France in the semifinal by 21-9, 15-21, 20-22 points. With this win, Mayraba got 2,800 points in the BWF rankings. Let's take a short break.
Welcome you all to Lunako Residential School at Chanung, Imphal East. An exclusive co-education residential school located on a sprawling 50-acre campus will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. First academic session will begin in April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Hurry up for registration.
Admission open, admission open. Manipur International University Gari Awang Laikai Airport Road Imphal West undergraduate ki oina makhata pizariba course sing tamnabagi khudung jaba pizari. UGC na sakanglaba university asida highly qualified oiraba faculty members singna tongan ba department ta takpigani amadi advanced computer lab, smart classroom, oriental library ki facility fangbuta natana attractive scholarship unique course ki khudung jaba su pizari. Chalibachai asigi August tagi session hauzaragani maram aduna akupa marogi damak makhada pizariba helpline number asida contact tawbiu. Manipur International University Gari Awang Laikai Imphal West.
2 days before the nomination deadline for the presidential election, Telangana Rashtra Samiti (TRS) has begged the joint opposition candidate Yashwant Sinha. While announcing the party's decision today, Telangana Minister K.T. Rama Rao said he would represent TRS at the nomination. The announcement comes less than 2 weeks after Telangana Chief Minister and TRS Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who had bonded with Mamata Banerjee over their common goal of defeating the BJP, had opted out of the big meeting called by her to discuss a joint strategy for the presidential election, raising strong objections to the Congress being invited. KCR has said that there is no question of sharing any platform with the Congress. Yashwant Sinha was declared presidential candidate by opposition parties last week. Nationalist Congress Party NCP leader Sarat Pawar, National Conference leader Farooq Abdullah and former West Bengal Governor Gopal Krishna Gandhi had declined to be presidential nominees of the opposition parties. Assam's flood situation is showing signs of improvement, with the water level of most rivers maintaining a receding trend, while over 22 lakh remain affected across the state, officials said. However, the situation in Silchar headquartered town of Kasar district remain grim, as several areas are still waterlogged. The toll in the state has increased to 126 after 5 deaths were reported on Sunday, while 2 others had gone missing. The total number of affected people declined to 22.21 lakh in 28 districts, while the figure was 25.1 lakh on the previous day, according to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority. Barely a year after a clash over border dispute, 2 neighboring northeast states, Mizoram and Assam, have now shown that humanity still exists when it comes to tough times. With the flood situation in Assam remaining grim, Mizoram has decided to provide drinking water to the residents of Silchar town in Kasar district of Assam. Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga said that his government will extend all possible help to flood-affected Assam. An official statement said that Zoramthanga and his Assam counterpart Himanta Biswa Sarma on Sunday had a telephonic conversation and discussed the current scenario in Assam and extending humanitarian aid to Assam. Both discussed how Mizoram can send drinking water to flood-devastated Assam. Zoramthanga said Mizoram is willing to provide and transport drinking water by trucks till Vaideng Te on the Mizoram-Assam border, from where it would be distributed by the Assam government to flood-ravaged people of Assam. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned Russian pilots who shelled residential buildings in Kyiv and said all pilots, dispatchers must understand that they will find them. He further said that judgment awaits them all and called the act a war crime. This comes after Russian missiles struck an apartment block close to the kindergarten in Kyiv on Sunday. As many as 4 explosions rocked Ukraine's capital city in the first such attack in weeks. President Zelensky also appealed to the Belarusians and said the Kremlin has already decided everything for them and their lives are worthless to them. The missile strike, which killed 1 and wounded at least 6 people, came even as world leaders gathered in Germany for the G7 summit. US President Joe Biden reacted to the Russian missile strike and called it an act of barbarism. He further told allies at the G7 summit that they have to stay together against Russia. Meanwhile, Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba demanded further sanctions to be imposed on Russia and said that the G7 countries should respond to the latest missile strike by providing more heavy weapons to Ukraine. And before we wind up the headlines once again, three trucks loaded with relief items for flood-affected people of Assam leave state. It's a friend's responsibility to help another friend in need, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Bakery closed down for using forged license, selling expired products. And Congress Bloc Committee staged protests against Agnipat scheme. Agnipat most dangerous anti-youth scheme, asserts Vice President of MPCC. And that's it for MAMI TV Primetime English News. Thank you for watching.
Nirma Computer Academy and ROMEE Technologies. Admission open for 1-year diploma in computer application, DCA, PGDCA and CCC. Certified by NILIT and NCPUL, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Free soft skills spoken English class and scholarship facilities are also available. Prospectus and registration forms are available at Nirma Computer Academy, All Lambuland near GP Women College, and ROMEE Technologies, Kwakaitel Bazaar, Imphal near Traffic Point. For more details, please contact 878 758 3445.